affirmations really work to change your mindset? I get this question all the time. And the truth is, affirmations only work if you already believe them. So it's kind of confusing, right? Well, if I already believe them, why do I need to use them? And if I don't believe it, what do I do? Great question. Let's dive in. I'm going to explain this with an example from my own life. So there was a time when, well, most of my life, I felt deeply unworthy. Now, I didn't really know this on the surface because I was pretty outwardly confident, but deep down, I didn't feel worthy of really anything. I felt like I was really only good enough to accomplish goals. I was only as good as the thing as I would accomplish, or the amount of money I would make, or all the things that I could do for my partner. And I learned these behaviors from growing up with a single mom. She worked so hard to take care of my brother and I. And my dad really only came around every now and then, and they were always fighting about money. So I thought that the most valuable thing in the world was money. That was the thing that seemed to bring my family a lot of pain. So when I started my business and I started learning all about the power of the mind and how the story you tell becomes the life you live, I started using affirmations. I started saying, I am abundant. I am so super rich. I'm a millionaire. I believe in myself. Yes, I am worthy. And guess what happened? Nothing. So I said it again, and I did it more, and I repeated it in the mirror, and I listened to visualizations and hypnosis tracks, and I scripted it, and guess what happened? Nothing. I kept working hard. I kept visualizing. I did the perfect morning routine, and guess what happened? Yeah, nothing. Okay? So why does it work for some people and it doesn't work for everyone? Well, what I discovered is that the reason those affirmations didn't work for me was because I actually deep down didn't think that I was worthy because of the reasons that I already explained, right? So I didn't realize that my financial situation at the time had anything to do with my relationship with my mom or my childhood. I just thought I needed to work harder. And so I would work harder and I would repeat affirmations. And I would always be thinking about money. And then what I realized, somebody helped me to realize and see that deep down, I actually didn't think that I was worthy. I was needing the external success in order to validate my worth, which means I couldn't get past a certain amount of success. I could work my ass off and I could do all right, but I could not, everything had to be hard for me. That's just what I learned. That was my unconscious programming. So then how did anything change? I actually went on this major journey. It's been a big life theme of mine to understand what it means to actually be worthy and where that comes from. This was such a powerful life lesson for me to integrate. And when I decided to claim my value as a human being just for simply existing, that's when things started to change. But I first had to do some inner child healing and learn some really important lessons and decide to stop using the stories that I had learned in my childhood and to write my own stories for myself. And then how to get my subconscious mind on board. So when I actually shifted my self-identity, meaning the image that I have of who I am and what I'm capable of and what's available to me, we all have an unconscious self-identity. If you ever want to make change, you have to make change on the level of your unconscious self-identity. That is the most important thing that drives all of your habits and your behaviors. So once I shifted that and I started to live like a worthy person, then I was able to use the affirmation of I'm worthy. So you might be wondering, well, if you already thought that, then why would you need the affirmation? Great question. So for me, it was a whole new experience of feeling worthy and receiving support, receiving anything from anyone, it used to always feel unsafe. And I always felt guilty and bad, like I would owe someone. And so I was always blocking people from helping me and supporting me. And I was trying to be all independent, and I was great at it, but it was kind of lonely. So when I became worthy, I now had all of these other things to learn about and to begin practicing. And so to the degree that somebody would give me something, let's say someone wanted to buy me a cup of coffee, it was a new experience for me to not pay for everybody's coffee. I was always the person who would jump to pay for the bill for everybody, but I would feel uncomfortable if somebody paid for me. So each time when this happened, I would remember, I would go, oh yeah, I am worthy. So in the moment, having that affirmation reminded me of what I already knew. Okay, it was something I already shifted. It was just getting my conscious mind to align with my subconscious. And so the affirmation is like a gentle reminder. Another example of how I use this is whenever I need to sit down and work and focus on some task or a big project. And if I'm fidgeting and checking social media and I don't really want to be working and I'm distracted, I keep getting up, then what do? I sit down and I tell myself the affirmations. I am clear, I am focused, I am present. I usually say it 3 times. I am clear, I am focused, I am present. Okay? And that's an affirmation of something I know to be true about myself. I am clear, I am present, and I am focused. Okay? But the affirmation acts as an instruction for the present moment. It's a reminder to use those tools, to use that energy, to use those qualities now. Okay? But, and I shared this in another video, I used to have a client who last year he had this unconscious self-identity that he was lazy. He was told he was lazy growing up, and his teachers and his dad and everybody just said he was lazy, so he accepted it. So he wouldn't be able to use the affirmation, I'm motivated and I'm focused and I get a lot of shit done. He just wouldn't believe that because it would go against his unconscious self-identity. So you have to shift any resistance that you have in order to make affirmations accessible to you. Okay? So they're powerful tools when you already believe it and you don't have resistance to it. So if you have resistance to it, you need to address that first. And this is one of the processes that I take my clients through when they have a goal or something they would like to experience in their life. I take them to a state of relaxation where we're able to easily access the subconscious mind and see what resistance is there, what stories that are unhelpful are there, and we get rid of them, learn the lessons that they need to, and then we get them a story that's true and accurate and more helpful for what they're trying to accomplish. So if there's any area that you've been trying to work on and you've been trying to use affirmations and you've got results in the beginning, but then they fade or it just doesn't work at all, it's probably because you've got something going on in your subconscious mind that's blocking your success. If you'd like support to change your story quickly on the subconscious level and unlock these affirmations so that you can actually use them, come to thelivingnarrative.com. We have different workshops every month, and you can also get on my waitlist if you're interested in working together one-on-one. Let me know if this has cleared things up for you and if you have any other questions about how affirmations work. Here's a few more videos you might be interested in checking out. Thanks for subscribing and hit the bell button if you'd like to be notified whenever I post a video. See you in the next video.